Brigadier General Restituto
Hello.
Padilla. Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Claire, and good morning to everyone.
Sir, your military's reaction to the death of Mr. Cayamora Maute.
Well, Claire, yesterday the Chief of Staff issued a statement, and we did not get to know about this immediately. And if you will allow, may I read the statement of the Chief of Staff, General Eduardo Año?
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Claire. His statement reads, and I quote, "We have yet to receive the formal report of the death of Mr. Cayamora Maute, and we only learned about it from other sources yesterday. This is an unfortunate incident for his family, but more so to the victims of terrorism in Marawi and their relatives who are waiting for justice and expecting that Mr. Cayamora would answer or atone for his involvement in the Marawi rebellion." End of statement. Thank you very much, Claire, for giving us that opportunity. This was the reaction of the Chief of Staff immediately after he was informed of the death of Mr. Cayamora Maute. And as he pointed out, many are expecting justice from the incident that is still unfolding in the city of Marawi. But with his death, unfortunately, justice would not be served.
Sir, what does the death of Mr. Cayamora mean for the armed forces?
Well, we expect perhaps that immediately after the information, once it gets to the brothers inside Marawi who are still fighting, this may entice them to be more brazen and much more bolder, because all the facts may not be clear to them, and it may push them to take more drastic action in the fight that is currently ongoing.
Is this a strong gain for the military, sir?
Well, the death of a person, unfortunate as it is not a strong gain, but instead a serious development in this battle that is ongoing in Marawi. We expect that the interpretation of the family would still be disadvantageous to the government, because at any time they will always suspect that the government did something here. But as you may well all know, the Patriarch was sick from the very beginning, even at the time of his arrest. And as they pointed out, he must have been on the way to a hospital facility in Davao at the time of his arrest, seeking treatment for his many illness that he has been suffering for quite some time. This is not going to be a surprise for the brothers, because they know that their father is sick, but they will use every bit of propaganda from this incident just to push their own cause.
Will his death, sir, make any difference in the fight against the terrorists in Marawi?
Well, as I pointed out, we expect that they will use this as a propaganda tool to push and support their current undertakings inside the city of Marawi, and at the same time, they may be used as a rallying point for many of their fighters, or even for their family who are still inside.
Sir, quick update on the fight against the Maute group in Marawi right now.
The fight against the Mautes inside the city of Marawi is still ongoing, Claire. We, as we pointed out earlier, are working on to clear about less than 400 more buildings, and in a space of about half a grid square kilometer in the city. As we have already reported last week, we have been able to recover or regain the Marawi City Police Station, and at the same time the most prominent landmark in the city, which is the Grand Mosque or the Islamic Center. And we see these as significant gains. But unfortunately, we did not find hostages or any, except those who took a last stand inside the city, inside the Grand Mosque and the city police station. So we're still seeking to locate the probable areas where hostages are being held, and we are still looking forward to rescuing these hostages.
Sir, you mentioned hostages. How many more hostages are we looking at?
Based on the report that we got from our ground commanders, there may be as little as 30 to 50 hostages that they have been mentioning these past few days. But the estimates that we have been announcing is at about 30 plus hostages that are still held.
Okay, maraming salamat ho. Thank you, sir. AFP
Maraming salamat,
spokesperson
Claire.
Brigadier General Restituto Padilla talking to us there.